it was a gamble to take a show that was as successful as the civilian version of Traitors. We call them civilians, ordinary people taking part in the show, and putting celebrities in it. And sometimes that doesn't work, but our celebrities absolutely love Traitors, and that's been key. They are so serious about playing the game, but then because they're very talented entertainers, they're also very funny, and that's proved to be a fantastic combination.
Did you have any concerns, because it's such a beloved show, and there's a lot of loyalty in the audience to the previous ones, the fact that it is civilians, ordinary people. Did you have any worries? Oh God, with celebrities, is it not going to be as good? Are people not going to like it as much?
Well, it's a precious show, and we didn't want to do anything that was going to damage it. But I think it was realising the calibre of celebrities that wanted to take part. You know, when Stephen Fry said that he wanted to do it, and he was also happy for us to put out in public his name that he was doing it, that helped bring a lot of other very well-known celebrities to take part.
I wonder if you've learned anything about celebrities. We do hear in advance from people as part of the show, do they want to be a traitor, do they want to be a faithful? Do more celebrities want to be traitors than your run-of-the-mill civilians, or not?
It was pretty similar to the civilian versions. The people that took part, some of them were very passionate about wanting to be faithful. They didn't like the pressure, the idea of being a traitor. Others were very keen to be traitors. We usually have more people wanting to be traitors than there are, so some people are disappointed, but everybody still plays the game very well. And I think the great joy for a viewer, it's a classic case of dramatic irony. We, the viewers, know who the traitors are, and we can't believe that the faithful can't work it out. And we love watching them construct their theories as to who they think the traitors are. And it turns out that's very entertaining television, particularly when they sit around that round table and try to work out who is a traitor. And when the accusations come your way, people trying to defend themselves, and of course we, the viewer, know whether or not they are a traitor or not.
And what has it taught you, having exec'd all these series now, what has it taught you about lying? Can you tell when people are lying? Is there something, do they have tells that you can now pick out and that you translate into real life?
I don't think so. I mean, I think Stephen Fry said a few times in the first episode or two, there's no way we're going to be able to tell whether or not people are lying. And I think it is very hard at the beginning to work out who the traitors are. But as the game progresses, the traitors inevitably start doing things that actually form real bits of information, real bits of evidence that could incriminate them. The question is, can the faithful spot those things? And can they then convince everybody that they can build a case? Because if you're a faithful and you go for somebody and you don't land it in the round table, you don't carry the day, then the chances are that the traitors will come for you.
And you've got actors, obviously. Are actors better at lying than anybody else? I wondered, you know, do they just put on better performances?
Well, they do put on good performances, but actors like to learn a script and to learn a character, and they're not doing that. They're having to be themselves. They're very good at being natural on television, but they're not. I wouldn't say that they were particularly better at it than the non-actors. What they all are is they enjoy playing the game, and then as it becomes more paranoid, they become very emotional about it all.
And obviously Celebrity Traitors is such a huge show for you, but it's also a huge show for the BBC. I'm thinking back to other previous huge shows for the BBC. At one point, you know, the BBC started Bake Off, it did very well, and then it went off to Channel 4. Would you take it to another broadcaster if they offered you lots of money, or indeed a better platform? I don't know.
Well, there's certainly no plans to do that. I think that's very unlikely. I mean, if the BBC want us to keep making it, I'm sure we will happily agree arrangements to keep making it.
You're not saying no. It might. It could one day.
Anything can happen. I mean, but no, it's very, very unlikely.
I was looking at a stat that in the last month at 9 p.m, 3 times in the last month, no terrestrial TV channel got more than 1 million viewers. you're obviously bucking that trend with Celebrity Traitors on the BBC, but how long do you think linear TV's got? What's your sense of it?
Well, I'm often surprised at how many people still watch linear television and how much people like the idea of a schedule where they don't have to go out and search for programmes, and they just like the idea that the next programme comes along. But it's definitely true that that tends to be something that that happens more for older people. The average age of most broadcast television channels around the world is in the 60s. And people who are younger are very used to and expect to be able to just pick and choose what they watch. Often it's not even on a sort of platform providing long programs like the iPlayer or Netflix, but it's short programs on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So it clearly television or the visual medium is changing. I don't think that it's over tomorrow, and I think that the idea, all linear platforms, all linear channels like BBC One and BBC Two, they're all evolving in a way where their programs are also on a streaming platform where people can choose to watch when they want to.
How long do you think the sort of traditional British public service broadcasters, in the format that they're in right now, the form they're in, how long do you think they can last? Because, you know, we've got Netflix,
I think they will
Disney
still
Plus.
exist in 10 years' time.
10 years. Doesn't sound that long, though.
Well, it's a long way to look ahead, isn't it?
Seems like you've done that this time, based on the audience figures. So very many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.